In a world where science and magic coexist, there lived a faithful dog named Daniel. He was a loyal companion to a young girl named Brian, who lived in a small village on the outskirts of a kingdom ruled by a just king. Brian's family was deeply religious, and they followed the teachings of the church with great devotion. They believed in the power of prayer and the miracles that could be wrought by the grace of God. One day, news arrived that the young prince of the kingdom had been kidnapped by a band of ruthless bandits. The king was beside himself with grief and had offered a large reward to anyone who could rescue his son. Brian's heart went out to the king and his family, and she decided to embark on a dangerous journey to rescue the prince. Daniel, being the loyal dog that he was, refused to let Brian go alone. He insisted on joining her on her journey, and together they set out on a perilous adventure. They traveled through dense forests, crossed raging rivers, and climbed treacherous mountains. Along the way, they encountered knights and wizards who taught Brian the true meaning of chivalry. Brian learned that chivalry was not just about being brave and fearless in battle, but it was also about being kind, compassionate, and respectful towards others. She saw how the knights and wizards treated each other with honor and respect, and how they valued the well-being of others above their own. As they drew closer to the bandits' lair, Brian and Daniel faced many challenges and obstacles. They had to use their wits and cunning to outsmart the bandits and rescue the prince. But with each passing day, their resolve grew stronger, and they remained steadfast in their faith and their mission. Finally, after many trials and tribulations, Brian and Daniel reached the bandits' hideout. They found the prince locked in a dark and dingy cell, weak and malnourished. Brian's heart went out to the young prince, and she knew that she had to get him out of there and back to his family. With the prince safely in their care, Brian and Daniel set out on the long journey back to the kingdom. They were tired and weary, but their hearts were filled with joy and gratitude for having been able to help the prince and his family. When they finally reached the kingdom, they were greeted with cheers and applause, and the king bestowed upon them the highest honors and rewards. In the end, Brian and Daniel had learned many valuable lessons on their journey. They had learned the true meaning of chivalry, the power of faith and prayer, and the importance of standing up for what is right and just. They knew that their journey had been a difficult one, but they also knew that it had been worth it, for they had helped a young prince and his family in their time of need.